Hey guys, it's Kim here, and sorry about that. I just want to talk about the Qatar 2022 World Cup and all of the dangers that could occur during the World Cup and during the process of the World Cup. Now, there are a lot of negatives about this World Cup, and unfortunately, this is a negative video, and I am going to be pointing out the negatives. But firstly, to start us off, I will say the one positive, the only positive that I can actually think of this World Cup taking place is the fact that it's going to bring Qatar and the people of Qatar some money over. But then again, with all of these negatives, there are going to be people that aren't going to want to go. So then again, will it be such a success? I do not know. Let's get into it now. Negatives are just going to be piling your way now. I'm going to start with the least severe in my opinion, but pretty much most of them are severe, unfortunately. Now, the least severe I can think of, from what I've seen anyway, is the fact that there's no football in history there. Now, to me, that is not such a major thing, but I've noticed that quite a few people are taking it very, very seriously, so yeah, to me it doesn't really matter. Now, if it matters to you, explain why in the comments, because I would love to hear everybody's take on this. And also, guys, think about doing your own video like this, and if you mention me on Twitter with the link to your video, I will definitely watch it and like it and share it with everybody else. So yeah, make sure you do that, because like I said, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this World Cup. So yeah, there is no football in history in Qatar. Which, like I say, it doesn't mean too much to me, but it is obviously quite meaningful to some people. Then the next one that I can see that is least severe is it's too hot to play football. Now, I mean, that can turn out to be pretty severe, the heat, but as the severity of the heat is something that I'll talk about a little bit later. And yeah, it's very hot over there. I think it's similar conditions to like Egypt and Cyprus and those sort of places. Pretty sure it gets like damn, during peak. So that's like anything from 40s to 60s. So yeah, it's pretty damn hot. And you just think of the European players in general are just gonna struggle like hell over there. I mean, Brazil was got to some teams, and you could tell that, but I don't think it's going to be anything compared to Qatar. So yeah, there's the heat, and then now after those few, there's everything else that's on here is pretty severe, to be honest. The human rights record, I'm just going to start with that. Now, all of these are pretty much on level in terms of severity. The human rights over there in Qatar is pretty much non-existent. Honestly, I don't want to talk about it too much, because what I've read is just this, the statements that I've read, the stories that I've read that back that fact up are pretty awful. If you guys want to read into it, then feel free to do so yourselves. I personally don't want to go into too much detail about that, but yeah, their human rights record is the way I've done, at school we studied countries like this and studied how, their laws and how their human rights and how everything like that works, and this is like by far the worst I've ever seen. So yeah, make sure you if you are interested in knowing, I'd warn you beforehand, but yeah, I'd just search for it on the internet, because there's no way I'm gonna go into what I've read this morning. Next anyway is the fact that there is severe homophobia there in Qatar. Now, this is one that when I was reading on the internet kept cropping up, because obviously gay footballers there's been that campaign, hasn't there, recently, which I think was it Arsenal that took? Yeah, I think it was Arsenal that it was that video that they did where Giroud was like spraying himself with deodorant, and you got a Santi about his height. And the rainbow laces that took place now, that was against homophobia. So obviously it's something that's been, it's good that it's been finally recognised in sport, and that, well, in football in general, and that, footballers are, helping to fight against homophobia, because like racism, it is very, very, very serious. And, I didn't manage to get like a percentage of like any facts on how severe it was. What I was reading was that it, if you were basically gay and you were going over to Qatar, and obviously if they knew, because that's, that you'd probably get like beaten up or something like that. So it's not just like verbal abuse, but physical abuse, and I think your lives could well be in danger. So yeah, there is that as well. Now, which brings me on to the last one about lives being in danger. It is estimated that because of how hot it is, that the builders and anybody involved in the construction over there are, all their lives are pretty much in danger because of working in the heat and doing building and things like that. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You can understand it. Working in those conditions, building in those conditions, lifting heavy things and moving and stuff, is just very, very, very dangerous, even for the people who live there, who might be more used to the heat than we are. Their lives are still in danger. Now, I know for a fact here in the UK, in the summer, I moan when I have to go to work, but it is doable here in the UK, and we're very, very lucky like that. But yeah, it's very bad, and I think it is estimated that over hundreds of people, their lives are pretty much at risk during, the construction of the stadiums and things like that. In the process of building the stadium. So yeah, that is obviously, it just goes without saying, like, why risk those lives? And, like I said before, I'm not against Qatar or anything like that. I'm not giving hateful speech against the country. If anything, this is probably targeted towards FIFA themselves for not doing the research behind all of this and thinking, there's going to be a lot of dangers and stuff, and just taking those into acknowledgement. Now, I know the Brazilian World Cup was dangerous because there were riots and things going on, and I'm aware of that, but from what I've read, Qatar sounds really, just really, really dangerous for a hell of a lot. Not just for us going over, well, I know that I wouldn't be going over there, but not just for the fans or the players that are going over there, not just for the travelling people, but also for the people who live there as well. It is just, I don't know how this is going on. I do not know how FIFA have, accepted Qatar's bid, because it's just unreal. But yeah, I'm sorry that this video hasn't necessarily been a happier one. But I just sort of felt that this needed to be noticed and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks very much for watching, actually. And yeah, like I say, get involved. Do your own videos and make sure you use the hashtag that is above. Say no to Qatar 2022. And yeah, let's see if we can somehow manage to raise some awareness. If anything, just warn people that are thinking about travelling to the World Cup that it's going to be very dangerous, and just help people out in that way. So yeah, I'll see you all very soon. Don't forget to do all that fun stuff for me, the score, like, subscribe, comment if necessary, and yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this, and yeah, make sure that you do send me, even if you just want to comment. If you don't want to do a video, just comment or tweet me on Twitter. All of my links are in the description. I'll see you all soon. Bye.